The United correspondent for The Observer and The Guardian, known as Sheikh Jassim, has gone ahead to really reveal to us the latest about the takeover of Man United. I know most of you really want to know, at least on a daily basis, what's really happening, all unfolding around the takeover of Man United. And guess what? Sheikh Jassim has gone ahead to bring out a story that we're going to really dissect today onto this United Matters channel, and it's all about final United takeover talks have been held by the Glazers Rain Group with Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, meaning that something big is soon to be announced. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. Let's see close to this video collecting close to 300 likes, guys, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. In the mix, Donny van de Beek looks like he is looking for options to leave Man United and obviously go out and really play the game of football. Remember, since he came in at Man United, he has had a very bad spell. Remember, years really expire quickly, but you just can't believe that he just signed in 2020. 3 years now, 3 seasons, has gone ahead to fail to really manifest himself or force himself into the starting 11 of Man United. And lastly, we are having a story concerning Adrian Rabiot, one of the huge boasts to Man United, looking like Juventus are offering him a new deal and he doesn't want to sign it, and those have gone ahead to really downplay him. He is the only Juventus player that's gone ahead to appear into the Serie A team of the season. It shows you how good and talented this Rabiot guy is. So let's get this story going. Rokan David is my name. I don't remember whether I said it before, but allow me say it again because there are those that are really watching us for the very first time and they need to know this name of mine. Now, let's start it off with the Glazers and the takeover business of Man United. Talks are ongoing in the background with Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe regarding the potential sale of Man United. That is Sheikh Jassim, Manchester United footy correspondent. That is The Guardian and The Observer. So, confirmation is coming in for a person who is being fed in by the club that talks are ongoing in the background with Sheikh Jassim and Sir Jim Ratcliffe, meaning that the Rain Group and the Glazers are talking to Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim separately. Now, with these talks coming in through, you understand that they've been long overdue. Why? The first bid was put in around March. Not so? I think the first bid was put in, was it in Feb, March? One of those months. And it's now close to 3-4 months and we've not gotten ahead to really get the main preferred bidder by the Glazers. It's really hand-haunting to we the fans of Man United because I think this makes Ten Hag's job at Manchester United hard. I know wherever Ten Hag is, he must be fuming. He must be fuming to the Glazers and telling them, you guys, what are you all about? We need to get in money. You told me when I was coming in here that there is going to be money for me to spend in every summer. And the spend should be close to £200 million. Remember, we are having a statement that was put out by Richard Arnold when he met the fans of United that used to demonstrate at the pub. That is last summer. He told them that for the summer of 2022, money is going to be there, but for the summer of 2023, there aren't going to be no money. And right now, it's said Ten Hag has £100 million and he has to sell to buy. With those that he has to sell, obviously, Harry Maguire, Scott McTominay, Fred, Eric Bay, Alex Telles, Brandon Williams, Anthony Elanga, close to, and even Donny van Beek is going to hate to join that queue. So he has close to 7 or 8 players to sell, and if at all he sells them very well, he can raise close to £150 million. But the worry comes in on how slow we are at buying and selling players at Man United. That's our problem. That's why Ten Hag is telling the Glazers, what are you about? I need to know the budget that I'm really having for this club, Man United, and I need to get moving. And what is going to get me moving is for you guys to come out and rectify everything concerning the takeover. If you guys are going to stay, no way, stay here. If you guys are going to find yourselves out of this club, then tell me and let me talk to the preferred owner that you think is going to come in through and obviously be in charge of this club, because I'm running short of time. You guys, when you look at the Euro qualifiers, it shows you that there is limited time. There is limited time for operation and resting. Operation for the managers, resting for the players. Remember, we've just been in one of the most hectic seasons of world football. That is it. The players came in, started playing early on the 5th, 6th of August. They played very many games, went to the World Cup. Out of the World Cup, they're going to have to play very many games, and they're not going to get enough resting time. When you look at the qualifier games that are going to be played, you know, for the Euros, it shows you that the players have to report in the camp around 13th, you know, 6 days from now, you know. So that means some players are going to get a rest of like 2 weeks. Then they join their teams, respective national teams. Then later, they'll find themselves play on the 16th. That's those in Europe. And 16th and 19th up to 20th June, right? So then after 20th, these players are going to go ahead and be rest. But remember, the preseason of players is starting on the 5th of July. So some players are going to rest like 2 weeks, others 3 weeks, and then get back to duty. So it's really going to be so much hectic. I don't know whether Ten Hag is going to go ahead and really extend certain periods for players we're going to have to play for their national teams. But looks like Ten Hag wants them back immediately, as I think on the 12th, 7 days of training, we are playing Lyon in Oslo. That's it. And after playing Lyon in Oslo, fly to USA. We have no time. We have no time. If you want Erik Ten Hag to get in players before he travels to America, that means signings should be made ASAP. But who is going to make these signings? That's the big question, because the Glazers are sat on themselves. They're just wanting to really seize on this moment and obviously see whether Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani gets them 6 billion or they really go in bed with Sir Jim Ratcliffe. So however much these talks are really going on through, we pray to it that they are the final takeover talk. They are the final takeover talks that are being held in by the Glazers with the Rain Group and Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani, because we need to see this going. And we all know that Rain Group has always been a shadow. You know, the Glazers are now in full control, and obviously Avram Glazer is talking to these bidders. Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani, Sir Jim Ratcliffe. Now, we don't know exactly what they're talking about, but it looks like the Qatar side is confident, and the representatives of Sir Jim Ratcliffe are really revealing to the media that they're 100% sure they're going to come up and obviously take over the club of Man United. So I think we should be anticipative of something by the end of next week. This week, I'm really dubious about whether it's going to come in through, because these Glazers don't even matter. They don't give a fuck. That's it. So those are the Glazers for you. So we understand talks are being held, and we all know that this might be the final talk coming in through from the Glazers, Rain Group, Sheikh Jassim Al-Thani, and the Qataris. But all this is affecting the club of Man United, especially the manager Erik Ten Hag, and affecting his plans. We anticipate that things are being gotten out of the way ASAP. So that is that is the Glazers for you, are holding talks. And now let's talk about one of the players that Man United is looking to really offload and obviously get in some money from him, and that is Donny van de Beek. Fabrizio Romano has broken the story. It's an exclusive that Donny van de Beek will explore options on the market in the next weeks as he could leave Man United. Donny loves the club and Ten Hag, but he needs and wants to play regularly next season. Told he will be ready for pre-season after a long injury. Now, for Donny van de Beek, he came in through from Ajax when he was really sharp. He scored a goal on his first debut, but because we had a manager who was too much leaned onto favoritism, that is Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, he found himself in a position of obviously coming in through and giving players that were not supposed to be in that field of play enough playing time, and Donny saw himself capitulate. And when he capitulated, obviously he was loaned to Everton. He got an injury that side, and then he found himself in a position of returning back. Even when he returned this season, and Ten Hag felt like he was ready to go on and really play games, he only played 5 consecutive games and found himself injured. So he believes that he needs enough playing time, and for Ten Hag, he cannot promise you enough playing time, not until you hit the levels. And it shows you that there is something wrong with Donny van de Beek, because even when Ten Hag came in through, in the first 2-3 weeks he was with the team, he never saw Donny van Beek fit to start in his team. That's why in the first game Erik ten Hag played in the friendly against Liverpool, Donny van Beek just came on later, but he never started. You know, he had already made his resolution that it's Fred, Scott McTominay, and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. It just goes down to one thing: Donny van Beek levels have gonna hate to drop off, and if I really want to see him really get back to where we want him to be, he needs to be loaned, you know, all sold, to see to it that he gets back to his levels. But he was a very, 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 very good player. That is Donny van de Beek. And when you look at his contract at Man United, he came in through in 2020. We signed him from Ajax. Remember, the reason as to why we signed him was Real Madrid, who had already agreed a deal to sign him, found themselves in a position of not being able to sign him because they were hit hard by COVID-19. Donny van de Beek's contract expires in 2025 with an option of a further year, meaning that he's left with 3 years onto his contract. He signed for United on the 2nd of September 2022. That is Donny van de Beek. So I think it will be better for him to really get a loan move. If at all we are good business people, we can get him a loan, you know, because that comes in the loan fee of like £6 million, and obviously we are going to have to offload his salary, you know, to that club. Then after spending a full season loan at a certain club, he would have gone ahead to really get back to the levels that we know Donny is supposed to be playing at. Then after, he will come back for the preseason. Ten Hag will assess him. If at all he really looks great, Ten Hag will keep him. If at all he's not looking great, he will sell him, you know, because he'll be left with 2 years on his contract, and we can get some good money out of him. Remember, we bought him 40 million euros. That is it from Ajax. And I think right now, you cannot get 20 million pounds. The much you can get out of him is 20 million pounds. That's it. So that is Donny van de Beek for you, and he's fighting to get out of the club of Man United. Now, let's do a little bit of Rabiot to Man United. I think there is a boost that has been revealed to us by the Total Sport coming in from Italy. That last attempt by Juventus to try and keep Adrian Rabiot, whose contract is about to expire, the club will present the offer for an annual renewal to his mother/agent Veronica, taking advantage of the growth decree. Now, they want to use his age because he's 28. That's him for you. But if at all you know what Veronica is all about, he's a very hard person to deal with, and I think he needs a move to the Premier League. The Premier League is one of the most attractive leagues to every player, and Rabiot, he wants to come to Man United. United is pushing, and obviously his mother is well known about it, but the big question is, how much will he be willing to offer to Adrian Rabiot and the sign-on fee that will really bring him to Man United? Because I know Juventus cannot give him an offer that United is yet to put on his table. I think he'll be earning close to £200,000 a week. That is Adrian Rabiot. A year, that is like £10 million, you know, £10 million a year from Man United. That will be a huge amount of money for Adrien Rabiot. And I think can get us some good 3 years in that midfield of Man United. And those that have been really so much complainant about what Rabiot is going to have to do this season, that he's not a top player, here are the stats that I've gone ahead to approve to us that he's one of the best midfielders in the league this season. And this is JuveFC.com. They told us that Juventus midfielder Adrien Rabiot has received recognition for his outstanding performances this season by being included into the Serie A team of the season. So, being in the Serie A team of the season and something easy. Because in that midfield, you are facing players like Tinali, there is Sofian Amrabat, there is Nico Barella, you know. There is this other guy, Bezogovic, who plays for Inter Milan, and very many others that have gone ahead to put in performances that have gone ahead to catch the eyes of many. So it shows you that there is a very huge boost that we are getting in a player who has been put into the Serie A team of the season. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that you do upload in here on a daily. Your thoughts onto the final United takeover talks are welcome in the comment section below. What do you make about Donny van de Beek? Should he be sold or he should be fast loaned? Then we sell him later after lighting up the team where he's gonna hate to go. And lastly, what do you make about Rabiot being put into the Serie A team of the season? He's the only Juventus player that's going to hate to feature. Then he is really being offered a new contract at Juventus, and it looks like he's not willing to put pen and paper to it. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I sign out for now. See you later. I'm out.